Hello, everyone. It's been a long couple of weeks. Hopefully, you're all doing well, staying healthy, making good decisions as per normal expectations. Um, as by now, you should all know that we are going to start doing some online coursework starting next week. So, all teachers should have put together these remote learning playlists for you. And what that is a week-long syllabus for you to look at and see what the expectations are for you to stay involved with your schoolwork, kind of get the wheels turning a little bit, and if you're anything like me, get away from this kind of mind-numbing staying at home and social distancing. So there are some things here where it'll give us a chance to kind of talk with one another a little bit, get some FaceTime, um, give me an opportunity to check in, make sure you're all doing healthy or being healthy. So what I have here and what we're going to do for this first day is I'm just going to go over with you what this playlist looks like that you're going to be seeing on a daily basis for the next week at minimum. So every form should look relatively like this. Every teacher is creating these in the school district at all grade levels. So this is the one that I created for our class. Um, so this is the push limits class, but the Wood 2 class will look very similar, other than, push limits will say Wood 2. And the assignments will be a little bit different, but the general idea is what I want you to get here. So first things first, this is for the week of March 30th, which is next Monday, through the following Friday, which would be the 3rd. On here is my teacher contact info. This is my email through the school. You can get a hold of me through email at any time. However, the teacher office hours are set in place so that there's a scheduled 2-hour window where you can reach out to me and all your teachers during their office hours and just have us reply to you in a very quick nature so that if you have a question or a concern, we can get back to you um, as quickly as possible and give you the opportunity to continue to press through your work. My office hours will be Monday through Friday from 11 through 1. Now, if I don't get back to you instantly, it's probably because that's over my lunchtime, and I may be in the middle of having a bite or need to wash my hands before I get back to you. But I will get back to you within moments. Um, Again, I look at my email throughout the day. I may not respond to you immediately. However, I will look at it through the day. Um, the Google Meet link. So I didn't put a link in here. I was going to schedule some office hours for you to just log in and we can have some FaceTime. However, because some of these times, some of you may be involved in other school activities or doing something else, what I'm going to do is if you need to meet with me or talk to me face to face, have a firsthand interaction, I want you to first send me an email and I'll then respond with a link that you can just click on and we can have a face-to-face meeting at a scheduled time if you need. Next action I put in here for you, this is the schedule that's going to work so that if you do have any face-to-face meetings with your teachers, this section here will let you know what times each class will be. So my block 1 group, push limit, when we do face-to-face virtual classes, they'll be from 9 to 9:55, block 2 10 to 10:55, and block 3 from 1 to 1:55. Um, so that's there for you just as a reference. On the first day, you should be visually looking at, or you should click on this message and just kind of listen. I am going to create a Google document for you to click on. Now that's going to be just a general document. It's going to be shared with all 3 of my classes. And I just want to get some feedback, what you think about this digital learning or e-learning as we move in, some things that you'd like to see, some things that maybe you have some ideas of what we can do. It's going to be really hard. These classes, um, at least my classes, are very hands-on. They're very project-based, and that's going to provide a lot of difficulty for us to do from a home setting. We don't have equipment, we don't have supplies, things like that. So I really want to hear what you think so that we can work through this together. I don't want to give you a bunch of worksheets and things like that. I want to make this as interactive as possible and still give you the hands-on experience that I appreciate, and I hope you do too. Scrolling down to Tuesday, here are the face-to-face times, so the virtual classes that I was talking about. So block one, all you're going to need to do is click on this link, and it'll take you to a Google Meet. You'll just click on join, where I'll be waiting for you and your classmates, and we'll have some discussion about what we're doing moving forward and how this is going to work. Again, give me the opportunity to kind of see all of you and make sure you're doing well, and we can talk about some of the things that we're going to do. Anywhere where you see this blue lettering with the underline, that's a live link, so you can just click on that and do the work or watch the video or check the assignment, whatever that day's activity will be. Most of the things you just click on, it'll take you to a page and you'll be able to look at it. And in most cases, I'm looking for a little bit of feedback each day. This first week is going to be really rough. I really struggled putting this together because, again, I like the hands-on activities and it's going to be hard for us to organize. So it's very important that I get feedback from all of you at some point through this process. Wednesday, we'll actually talk a little bit and get a little bit into what we can maybe try to do at home. At least this is my thought to start. So I'd like you to kind of work through this. You should recognize this problem-solving game research. This is what we did when we did our flexible instructional day several weeks ago. So we're just going to revisit that. And then a little bit of a form, again, just a Google form. Click on that, fill it out for me so that we can start getting some things moving forward. Then we get into the actual challenge on Thursday. And what I want you to do is just kind of look around your house, do a scavenger hunt of what you can and can't use to maybe be creative at home and work through a challenge just like we do at school. And then finally on Friday, I just want you to spend some time looking over this. I'm not sure if anybody told you, but the third marking period ended over the time that we've been out of school. So what I would like you to do is go through your Skyward and check and see if you're missing any materials, anything that needs to be caught up, so that you can submit that to me. You can email it to me, you can create a document and share it with me. Just let me know anything that you were missing so that we can take a look at Skyward and make sure your grades are up to date before the grade window closes. I think I have about a week and a half, so it gives you a little bit of time where you can make sure you have everything caught up. The only thing that I'm guessing anybody might be missing at this point would be some timesheets. And if you go into your Google folders that we created and shared with one another way back at the beginning of the semester, you'll be able to link to some of those things and get them filled out so that you get the points that you need moving forward. Okay, and then again, there's a form just to wrap up on Friday to kind of pull everything together. It's feedback for me so that I can be prepared moving forward. There's nothing official, but I've been doing a lot of reading and it looks like this is going to last a little bit more than just next week. So I want to have some feedback about what we can do moving forward. So one of the assignments that I'm asking you to do is kind of share with me what you've been up to. So I put together this little presentation so that you can see what I've been up to over the last couple weeks. So what is Mr. Nickman up to? So to start here. So Saturday, the day after we found out we wouldn't be going back to school, teachers were told that we would be going in on Monday and didn't find out till later that we weren't even allowed to go in that Monday. So um, Mandy and I were running some errands, and we went to one of my favorite stores, which is a place called Just Press Play, and I bought a bunch of used DVDs. Crazy about movies. I like to collect DVDs, so I went and spent way more money than I should have, but got some movies that I didn't have before. So last week, Mandy and I have been talking about doing some changes at home. So this is what my dining room looked like 3 weeks ago. We've been kind of moving some furniture around, trying to change some things, and we decided that we were going to paint and really change things up. So last week I started painting. First I primed and repainted the ceiling. Then the wall that runs along with the kitchen, so this is my kitchen over on the right, was already yellow, so we matched that yellow and repainted the ceiling white. Then after the yellow dried overnight really well, so the next day we picked this color up. This is one of our errands. It's called a smoky olive, so it's kind of a hint of green and gray. So this is a panoramic picture that I took on my phone. Doesn't look the best, but that was day 2. And then on the third day, I decided to clean up my shop, which is where I'm sitting right now. I had a bunch of old drywall sitting up against the wall, and I busted it up, moved it out, take it out for trash, and I found this little guy hanging out on my wall. Startled me pretty good. I sent some pictures of it to Mr. Townsley and Mr. Sellers, and Mr. Townsley said, "My goodness, don't eat it. You'll get the coronavirus." So just to set your mind at ease, I didn't eat it. It flew away. And then on the right, I found this old dresser that the bottom was falling out of that I'm going to repair over the next couple weeks and give it to my daughter. And then finally, we're back to, I got an opportunity to watch a couple of the movies I just bought and relax a little bit. Other than that, I've just been obviously worrying about all of you and hoping that you're doing well. So looking forward to hearing from some of you. Have a great day. Hopefully this isn't too overwhelming for you, and we'll talk soon.